and probably are at least aware of this. So Michael's going to go over some of that today and talk about that, and hopefully you'll get a vision of what we were doing here, what we were trying to accomplish by taking some of the money and just moving it around a little bit so that we can pay you some more money on the front end, right? I mean, there's only so much money that we can pay up, but how we take those dollars and split them up is really important. And I think the enhancements we've made are going to be better for many reasons. And I'm not going to get into it now. He can go over that. But um, before I do, I just, you guys hear me all the time when I come on here. One of the main things I talk about is, as great as this opportunity is, and we all know the potential that we have here. It's the largest industry in the world. Most people have a passion for travel. It's something very easy to talk to people about, but our business can't grow unless we're out sharing the message, unless we're talking to people and showing them the video or doing a presentation or getting them on a live presentation. We can't just, just because you're part of Lavardi and you understand this, it just didn't automatically going to build, right? You've got to go out and you've got to talk to people. And I would really encourage everyone, if you haven't done it, or even if you have, I would consider doing another one, is put together a business celebration and let people know what you're doing. Get a handful of your friends and family on a call, on a Zoom, or go and do it live, whatever you want to do, however you feel comfortable, but get this information out to your friends and family. And, as I talk to people over the last 35 plus years, one of the common themes that I continue to hear over and over and over is people sometimes feel a little bit apprehensive about selling to their friends or selling something to their family. Okay. Just, you don't have to raise your hand if you don't want to, but, if you've ever felt like that, right? And here's what I would tell you. I live here in St. Petersburg, Florida, and right down the street from my house, less than a mile away, is the Home Shopping Network. Raise your hand if you've heard of the Home Shopping Network, right? They were purchased by QVC a few years ago. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. That started right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. And HSN was the very first company to ever sell anything on TV in a live environment. And one of my very, very good friends, Bob Circosta, was the very first on-air host. Now, Bob was a newsman prior to HSN. In fact, many of you don't know, but HSN started on an AM radio station here in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a very interesting story. One of the local hardware stores, the guy had bought some advertising from the radio station. He went out of business. He couldn't pay his radio ads, so he went to Bud Paxson and dropped off 112 electric can openers to pay him the debt that he had for advertising. And Bud Paxson, who owned the station, asked my friend Bob Circosta, who was a newsman, when he came out of the news each hour, he goes, "We need to sell these electric can openers and turn them into cash." Well, he's like, "How in the hell are you going to sell a can opener on the radio?" Well, they did it. They sold 112 can openers in about 3 days. And Bud had the vision. He said, "Can you imagine what these people would do if they could see what they were buying?" And that's when they transitioned to a local cable station here in Clearwater, Florida, and then it grew into a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But Bob, in the very beginning, he was a newsman, and he felt very uncomfortable about selling. And he had a conversation with Bud early on. Bud Paxson was one of the most brilliant people I've ever met in my life. And he told Bob, he said, "You're looking at it all wrong. Okay. You can't look at it as doing something to someone. You have to look at it as you're doing something for someone. You're not selling, you're helping." And let's be honest, like we all know, right? We all know exactly what we have here. We all know that we can save people a tremendous amount of money in their travels. And if they want to make money, we can show them how to make money on their travels. And we know people are going to travel. So I would encourage you to shift that mindset just a little bit and not look at it as selling to someone or doing something to someone, but look at it as helping them. And I mean, think about this for a minute. Now that you know what Lombardi's all about, now that you know how much money you can save in travel, now that you know that you've been a travel agent for years, right? And you just weren't getting paid. I mean, I love that. We talk about it all the time. And I use that line, by the way, every single day. I have people every day go, oh, I didn't even know there were travel agents anymore. And all you have to do is ask them the question, who books your travel? And let me tell you, every single time, 100% of the time, 99% of the time, they're going to say, I do. To which I reply, so you're already a travel agent, you're just not getting paid, right? And so if we understand that we're helping people by sharing that concept with them, and we're sincerely come at it from that place in our heart, and our intention is to help them and not sell something to them, it makes all the difference in the world. And let's face it, if you can just approach this like this, here's my new approach. This is how I approach people. This is my thinking in my head. This is my intention. And that is, look, somebody's going to get paid. When you book travel, somebody's going to get paid. It might be Expedia. It could be Priceline. It could be Kayak. But guess what? Could be you. Could be you. You could get paid for the travel instead of them. And if you don't want to do it, how about let me get paid, right? So I share with people, look, you can book your own travel and get paid, and maybe book some travel for some other people and get paid, or you can get on our wholesale platform and at least pay wholesale, right? At least pay wholesale for that product. Or if neither one of those are a good option for you, would you consider me when you go to book your travel, right? For those of you that are travel agents, consider me when you go to book your travel. And if you take it with that approach and there's no pressure, you come at it from helping versus selling, I think it'll make all the difference in the world. But just remember, that's very, very powerful. And Michael was the first one that told me this, okay? And I mean, I guess we know that, but it's so obvious. I never really thought about it though. And that is, every single time travel is booked, somebody's getting paid. So it may as well be me. Might as well be you, right? So anyway, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michael and Katie, or maybe it's just Michael. I don't know if Katie's with us here today. But again, as always, for those of you that might be new, Michael and Katie Catlow are our directors of training. They're phenomenal. We love working with them. I've said every single time I introduce Mike, I've got to make sure that I say he is literally the greatest communicator I've ever worked with. And I mean that in 35 years. A lot of good trainers, but very few people that I know can take a message and deliver it in the way that Michael does. So with that, let's sit back and learn about the compensation plan. Michael, I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
Awesome. Well, Jake, to everybody that's on here, so you say that like I was the first person to share that idea with you, but I was just muted while you were talking and I was taking notes. I told Katie, like, we've been doing this for years, and that piece that you said at the beginning, I don't think I've ever used these words, but it is so good, which is, let me ask you a question. Who books your travel? Oh, well, I do. Like I've never had that as a part of the approach, but as of today, that's going to be a part of the conversation. Like that is so powerful, which then sets it up to then, well, great, you're already a travel agent, you're just not getting paid for it, or there's always commissions earned on travel. So whether you get it or would you give me the opportunity to earn your business with that? Like that, Jake, I got to tell you, that sentence alone at the beginning, or that question at the beginning, is so powerful. So thank you for sharing that today. Let's give Jake a little round of applause for those on video. All right.
And I got to tell you, when you do it, like there's a light bulb goes off in their head.
100%.
People, you know, most people, when they think about a travel agent, they think of the old retail strip mall where you walk in and sit down at a steel desk and look at a brochure and pick out your vacation. And they just don't realize that Expedia and Priceline and Kayak and all the others, they're just travel agents. They've just conditioned us to go do all the work and they get paid.
That's right.
So
good.
You realize that you are, and seriously, you're helping your friends and family by sharing this with them.
Yeah, and then helping, not selling, another great line there. And for those who didn't notice, Jake and I decided to color coordinate for our presentation today unexpectedly. But so we'll kind of jump into this real quick. So All those on video. Tanner, Dana, Jean, Dolores, Tina, Jake, Stana, Tracy, Christy, Cynthia, Ron, Dan. I don't know if Shannon's in the background back there. I don't know if I see her. No Shannon today. Clay, Melanie, Karen, Christy, Richard. Oh, more people turning on their camera. Okay, if I miss you now, John's note taker, Faith, Lahai, Alfredo, Katina, and Lori, and to the other 30 or 40 that are not on camera. Good to be on here with you today as we celebrate a holiday weekend. Over the past week, I think it was last Saturday where we asked, are there any topics that would be of interest to really dive in deeper for the Lavardi community? And one of those recurring topics was the compensation plan. Now, is anybody here an attorney or insurance person or somebody that loves to read fine print of terms and conditions, policies, and procedures? Probably not many of us, right? How many of us would like something to be very, very simple, very easy, very clear, so that A, you can understand something, and then B, so that the people that you're communicating with can also, like Jake said, have a light bulb go off where they're like, oh, well, this makes some sense. And so one of, I think, the skill sets, but it came out of a place of necessity, was when I first got started in the direct sales, affiliate marketing, relationship marketing industry. If you ever try to read a compensation plan document, I'm like wanting to stick forks in my eyes, right? Like I didn't understand it. I didn't know all the pieces and parts. And like, there was always the pitch from the front of the room that sounded sexy and sounded so good. But I believe with clarity comes confidence. And when you are confident, it is way easier to go communicate what Lavardi has to offer to folks. And so I've been working for the past week, and I've been texting Jake and DJ and Bart and Dave, different slides, different versions of things that when DJ goes over the comp plan, like my heart gets racing. I get excited, like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's really big. And then I get off the call and I'm like, what did he say? Again, like, how did this piece work? How did that part work? And I'm a smart guy, right? But compensation plans can get somewhat complex. But what Jake and DJ and Bart and the whole Lavardi team, they've really done a great job in simplifying the general process. But now I want to give you some tools and some explanations on how it can really have the light bulb go off for you. So that's what we're going to do on today's call. And for those of you who've been on trainings with me before, guess what? I have some magical slides, right? So Jake, Dana, Jean, and Dee Dee, you are the four that I can see. So I'll be using you for the thumbs up and the thumbs down. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our Michael Catlow's version of the Lavardi compensation plan broken down, that we will probably make these slides available to you. DJ is actually recording some new videos today in a professional podcast setting with Jake. We're going to say something?
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure we are recording this, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Let me just double check. Yes, we are recording. All right, so this is draft one of a simple compensation plan explanation. So I'd love you all's, I almost dropped a y'all's in there. I would love you all's feedback after we get through with this, okay? All right, so I've put it together in white background, big bold letters, not a lot of fine print, just so that it's easy and simple to use as a screenshot. You can keep it as an image on your phone. And so if I was sharing this with somebody, or if I was presenting Lavardi, I might say, hey, Jake, Dana, Jean, Dee Dee, are you curious by chance how you can save, earn, or build a business and travel, right? I like Jake's explanation a little bit earlier, even better, but let me introduce you to where you can discover the unique Lavardi member, agent, and affiliate perks, okay? So I'm only going to focus on two products. Now, we know there is the Passport membership, and we know that there's the Passport retreats, but the two things that sell the most and are the easiest to pitch to me, and I think for a lot of people's agreement, would be the Passport Lite membership and the Passport Travel Agent. So sometimes too many options can complicate the process. People say, let me think about it. So we're just going to go over these two. So a Passport Lite membership is going to give your customers, give your members, member-only savings on hotels, resorts, and more. And if somebody becomes a Passport travel agent, they can earn from booking travel as an online travel agent. So here's the cost. Passport Lite has 0 activation fee and $25 per month. Passport Travel Agent has a $499 activation and $99 a month. Is everybody clear on that first off? Now there's Passport Retreats, there's all types of other things, right? But just focusing on these, it's either to a customer, 25 bucks a month for some amazing savings, or 100 bucks a month and $500 to get started for you to make serious money as a travel agent. Which one is best for you, right? Now, in case you didn't know, if you look underneath in smaller print, there is a discount if somebody pays for an annual membership. And I believe it's Jake and John Rankin. Many people, if you're selling the Passport Lite membership, you don't even sell it as a $25 a month option. You just sell it as an annual plan. And so instead of $25 times 12 months, which would be $300, it's 250 bucks. They get 2 months free. Okay. So on this slide, to me, I could make an entire explanation, an entire pitch on which option may be best to help that particular client. And then the best part is, you get a free vacation voucher after 12 months of having an active subscription. So if anybody wants to take a screenshot or a picture of this, let me just make my screen a little bit smaller. Can you all still see it full screen? Okay. Katie said there's a question. Let me just look at the question. What's the more? Melanie, I put what's the more because there may be some tweaks added to the Passport Lite membership. There's condos that you can do. There might be rental cars. There might be cruise options in there, but they're not there. So I just made that as a universal statement of and more. All right, so moving on. Let's go to the next slide. This one is my favorite slide in the whole presentation. All right. Sorry, it's the next one. This one's a good one too. So when you become an affiliate, or if you choose to become an affiliate, you can earn bonuses, residual income, and the ability to share in the total revenue of the company. And that's going to cost you $50 per year. Everybody clear on that? Pretty simple. Big bold letters, right? Explains what it is. I'll just go back for a second. We've got 2 products that are the most popular. After you can pay annually. After you've had your subscription for a year, you get a free travel voucher. And if you want to be an affiliate, you can earn extra income in addition to being a travel agent and so forth. 50 bucks for the year. Everybody got it? All right. Everything in the Levarti comp plan boils down to this slide. Okay. If you refer a friend, you're going to get a 25% one-time bonus. So if they become a Passport travel agent and they spend $500, what's 25% of $500? Now, technically it's $499, but we're going to round up to 500 times 0.25 is how much? Type it in the chat box. How much is the 25% commission that you earn when you refer a travel agent? It's $125. Now, if you note down here on the bottom, the only way to get the 25% referral fee on Passport Lite is if they pay an annual subscription. Because if they join for $0, there's no 25% bonus. Does that make sense? And then you're going to get a 10% monthly residual. See, if somebody doesn't understand this slide, the revenue sharing pools don't matter, the builder bonuses don't matter, nothing else matters. They have to know that as an affiliate, this is how you get paid. Refer somebody to the program, you get 25% of whatever their joining fee is, and then every month you get 10% as long as they remain active for everybody that you referred. Everybody got it? To me, thank you, Dana. Thank you for the enthusiastic thumbs up too. To me, this is my favorite slide in the entire presentation because somebody has to take these steps before they move on to the other steps, okay? But now let's walk through the flow. I decided to change up the order of the way that we were explaining the compensation plan because you refer a friend, you get 25% bonus. You refer, they stay active, you get 10%. Well, if you refer 4, you get the ability to travel more. And so let's break this down very simple. If you refer 4 Passport Lite members, you will earn $25 in travel credits every single month. Thank you, Dana, for the head nod. If you refer 4 Passport travel agents, you'll earn $100 in travel credits monthly. Now you must maintain those 4 active referrals in order to receive that credit, right? So if you've referred 4 and then one of them cancels your next month, you're not going to get those credits. So you just want to make sure you have at least 4 active referrals. Okay. Everybody got that? Katie, are there any questions in the chat on that? 10% is of their monthly subscription. Okay. To clarify that question earlier. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to go back for a second. We're going to start over. Passport Lite, $25 a month. Passport Travel Agent, $500 and $100 a month. They can pay annually. They get a free travel voucher. Become an affiliate, earn bonuses, residual income, share in the company revenue, $50 one time. Refer a friend, 25% of their joining fee, 10% monthly residual. Refer 4. Depending on which program you refer, you get free travel credits in the amount of those 4 that you've referred. Everybody good? Anybody like the big bold letters, the clean, all the same fonts, all that kind of stuff, right? All right, moving on. I've decided to add the builder bonus in here as well because the revenue share takes a little bit of an explanation. But here's what you want. How many of you would love to get, for those of you that know what the builder bonus promo is, and how many of you would like to have people on your team that are enrolling a lot of people? So right now, 10% of the total company revenue is split between the top 5 producers monthly. See, when I present things, I like to just read it. I'm like, if my mouth is moving, I want to be pointing at something. So I can just say, hey, friend, 10% of the total company revenue is split between the top 5 producers monthly. The first top producer gets 50% of whatever that amount is. Second gets 20%. Third gets 15%. Fourth gets 10%. Fifth gets 5%. Everybody got it? Now that amount, right? If we're doing $100,000 a month, that means in total revenue, and 10% of the company revenue comes in, that means $10,000 is going to be paid out split between those people in the bonus. When the company's doing $500,000 a month, that's going to be $50,000 split. $1 million will be $100,000 split. So what you want is you want people referring new Passport Lite members. You want people referring new travel agents. You want people going for that refer 4 so that they can get free travel dollars. And you want people trying to aim for this builder business promo so that they can make more money. Everybody got that? All right. Next slide. Revenue sharing. Well, what the hell does revenue sharing mean, right? We know what it means, but if you're talking to somebody else, every month, Lavardi splits 18% of the total company revenue into 9 affiliate sharing pools. Okay. So we've broken this down in one slide, which DJ created, which was beautiful. We just took it and made it a little bit clearer. So I love the way that he put this together, or Jake and DJ. I know just Jake DJ put the little slide together. So you've got your revenue pools, your revenue percentage split, your personal volume, company volume, team volume, and your rank up bonus. Okay. So we're going to go line by line. Revenue pool 1, because to me, when you see the whole slide, if you're trying to explain that to somebody, their eyes are going all over the place. They're trying to read things while you're, trying to explain it or while they're watching a video. So here's what happens. In order to qualify for revenue pool number 1, can everybody see this personal volume column? How much? Type in the chat box, what is the personal volume that you need to achieve in order to earn revenue pool number 1? $300. Great. Here's how you can qualify that. If you are a travel agent, your $100 counts. You refer another travel agent, their $100 a month counts. You refer a second travel agent, their $100 a month counts. So your travel agent program plus 2 other travel agent referrals, that's your $300 in personal volume. Everybody clear on that? If you're doing only Passport Lites, and let's say you own a Passport Lite membership, that counts as $25 a month in volume, which means you need 250 divided by 25, that's 10. So if you've referred 10 Passport Lite members, 10 times 25 is $250. Sorry, it needs to be 11. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Dana. It needs to be 11. 11 times 25 is $275 plus your $25. You can do a combination here and there of different programs, but it's based on the monthly subscription that somebody is paying. So personal volume, $300. The company has to do 500 after you've come in and so forth, but that's pretty much taken care of. Revenue pool 2, you need $500 in volume. Your $100 counts, and then 4 travel agents. Remember the power of those 4, referring 4. There's some extra things that are really important that we're really going to start driving home on that refer 4. If you're a travel agent, you've referred 4 active travel agents, you're in pool 1 and you're in pool 2. Okay. This is the magic one, right? This is the power up bonus. This is the one that Jake and DJ and Bart and John and Tammy and Corinne and all the leaders, all the people that are really out there, Tina, all the folks that are out there really, really pushing. This is the one that everybody really, really, really focuses on. Because if you can help your people just at the beginning, right? We're going to talk about how to make millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But at the beginning, we want to get people focused on the first like boom, the first big punch. And that's getting you and them to the revenue pool 2+. Notice it's the same qualification. You need $500 in personal volume, $500 in personal volume, still need the company volume. But what happens is if you do that, or if anybody does that in their first 30 days, that's how you qualify for 2+. So we want to help people get off to fast starts, to fireball, to quick starts, to whatever terminologies that people want to call it, right? Just help them get started fast so that they can make a bunch of money and you can make a bunch of money. So if and when they achieve 2+, they're going to get a $250 bonus, and you're going to get a $250 bonus for helping them. Yes, Jake.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. Somebody in the chat, I don't know, I just noticed it, pointed out that the monthly subscription is $99 per month, which is true, but we're calling it 100 to round up. So it's just 99 counts for 100. Okay. Yep. As far as the qualifications go, but I just wanted to make that clear. It's $99 each month, but it counts as 100 in the qualification.
And it's a great catch for those that are looking at that. And we want to make sure that you understand there's no gotchas in there, right? It's not like you get $399, which gives you $297, right? It's just rounded up and counts as $100 in volume. So great catch. Katie said there's some other questions. I'll come back to the questions in a second. So here, if I was pitching to somebody or if I was talking to somebody, I'm going to show you on the last slide, the next slide. I personally, unless they're a successful network marketer, they've built big teams and so forth, I wouldn't really be explaining revenue pool 3, revenue pool 4, revenue pool 5, 6, 7, 8. What I would basically do is, so I would say, look, we're going to help you get started. We want to help you get started fast. And the next slide, I'm going to show that to you. It'll make it real simple to summarize everything. We want to help you get started fast, but guess what? As we continue to build this, there's big money that you can make. That's the basic sentence I would say. There's big money, right? Whatever you want to make, you're going to be able to make it, but we got to get you started first. Okay. So let's move on to the last slide. Because now all of you that have been here for a while, right? I've got a little one line in here for those of you that are not just getting started, but I want us to focus on getting new people started. And here's the language that we want to be able to communicate to folks. How do you earn your money back and make a profit as a new Lavardi? I'm going to focus on travel agent and affiliate. I know the Passport Lite is amazing and so forth. There's more money in the travel agent side. People can also make money booking travel as a travel agent. Jake did the whole thing earlier, right? Who books your travel? I do. Great. You're a travel agent. You're just not getting paid for it. So I really want to focus on the travel agent and affiliate program. So DJ had texted out that it's 6 steps. It's actually only 3 steps because one of the steps is just all the money that you make, right? Or a couple of the steps are about the money that you make. So here's how simple. I'm going to stop sharing just for 1 second. This next slide, if you take a screenshot when we get to the bottom of it, this is the most simplified way I've been able to get to consolidating the entire Lavardi affiliate pitch down to somebody and how to get somebody started, okay? So here we go. Can you guys see the screen again, guys and gals? Yep, okay, great. All right, here's what you're gonna do. Step 1, friend, family, coworker, social media contact. You're gonna join Lavardi for $550 and $100 a month. Now, technically, it's $549 because the joining fee is for a travel agent is $499. I'm just rounding it up to $500. Their affiliate fee is $50. So I like round numbers. So I'm just saying join Lavardi, $550 one time and $100 a month. Everybody clear on that? Step number one. That's what we want somebody to do. Step number two, refer 4 in your first 30 days, right? How do we help you refer 4 travel agents? Watch what happens. You're going to earn $750 in bonuses right away. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Is $750 more or less than $550? Type it in the chat. Is $750 more or less? Now, thank you, Dana. Now, if somebody does this outside of their first 30 days, notice they're still going to make $500, right? $125 times each travel agent referral, but we want to get new people started and we want to help them get started fast. So they're going to earn $750 in bonuses right away. They're also going to earn $100 in travel credits monthly. So if that's all you focused on, look, friend, family, contact, social media, whatever it is, join for $550, $100 a month, refer 4 in your first 30 days, you get $750 in cash, your $200 in profit, and you get $100 a month in free travel credits. Like, where's the downside? There's no downside, right? Like, that's the magic right there. But there's 2 other pieces to it. They're also going to earn a minimum of $40 a month in residuals because those 4 travel agents are paying $199, but let's round it up to $100. And you get a 10% residual on that. So that's $10 times 4, so $40 a month. But the best part, actually, I like the best part, $750. And the best part's $100 in total travel credits. And the best part is the $40 in residual. Another best part is they're also going to share in 6% of the company's total revenue because they're going to be in pool 1, pool 2, and pool 2 plus. So that's it. Join Lavardi, $550, $100 a month, refer 4 in your first 30 days, $750 cash, $100 a month in travel credits, $40 a month residual, plus you're going to share in 6% of the company revenue, which at this point, if it was just today and somebody did that, I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but if you're in pool 1, pool 2, and pool 2 plus, and you're qualified with that at those shares, that's probably more than $100 a month in commissions anyway, especially on top of your $40. So now you're making more money every month than you're spending on your membership, and you're getting $100 a month in free travel credits. It's all upside. It's all upside from there. And then lastly, help your team do the same thing. And then the pools grow, the things grow, blah, 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 blah. Jake, I saw you unmute for 1 second, but since I talked through that, I'm going to show you how fast you can go through this, right? Guys, let me show you with Lavardi. You've already watched the 10-minute video. You're already excited. We've already had the conversation with you about the who books your travel and so forth. So Katie's actually turning on my timer. So here we go. Let me break this down for you. All right, we're going to show you the unique Lavardi member, agent, and affiliate perks. We've got 2 programs that I want to focus on. The Passport Lite membership, which is going to give you savings on hotels, resorts, condos, and more, and becoming a travel agent. Whichever you want to do is great, but I recommend you become a travel agent. Passport Lite, $25 a month, no activation fee. Passport Travel Agent, $500 and $100 a month. Cool part, you can pay every year, you get a discount. You can pay annually, get a discount, and every year that you keep your membership active, you're going to get a free vacation. To me, it's a home run. Now, I also want to talk to you about becoming an affiliate, where you can earn bonuses, residual income, and the ability to share in the total revenue of the company. It's only $50 per year. You get to have an entire online business for $50 for the year. It's unheard of in today's world. Everything boils down to basically referring folks to our program. Everybody that you personally refer, you're going to get a 25% referral fee on their joining amount. And then every month that they maintain their active subscription, you're going to get 10% of their monthly fee as a residual income. One of my favorite parts of our program is our Refer 4 and Travel More. If you're a Passport Lite member and you refer 4 Passport Lite members, you're going to get $25 a month in free travel credits every single month. If you're a Passport Travel Agent, refer 4 travel agents, $100 in travel credits every single month, as long as you maintain those 4. To me, that's a home run. Let's get you traveling the world. All right, we have something for those that are the top producers, those that like to really go out and make something big happen. This amazing company called Lavardi takes 10% of the total company revenue, not the profits, the dollars in, 10%. Let's say we're doing $1 million a month. That's $100,000 a month that they split amongst the top 5 producers. The top producer gets 50%. In that example, they'd get a $50,000 check for that month just for being the top producer. You could do that this month, friend or family. And it's actually easier when you're a new person because nobody knows what you're doing. We could help you qualify for that bonus this month and getting started. If you happen to be second place, you get 20%, third 15, fourth 10%, fifth 5%. Even at $1 million a month, 100,000 in total commissions being split. If you got 5% of that, that's a $5,000 check to you just for being in the top 5 producers. And because we're a new company, we can help you hit that pretty quickly. Let's help get you paid. Lastly, every month, Lavardi splits 18% of the total company revenue into 9 separate affiliate sharing pools. Here's what this looks like. It's going to be a lot of numbers for you. The next slide, I'm going to basically boil it down to its simple facts, but it basically involves you referring some folks and the company growing. So we have something called Pool 1, where we take 2% of the volume of the company and we split it amongst everybody who qualifies for that. Best way to qualify for it is being a travel agent and referring 2 other travel agents. Revenue Pool 2, refer 4 travel agents, and you're a travel agent, you're there. If we help you do that in your first 30 days, you're going to get a $250 bonus plus share and a bunch of money. And by the way, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You make more money, more money, more money, but everything boils down to this. Let's get you started today. $550, you become a travel agent and an affiliate, and then $100 a month starting your second month and beyond. Our goal with you is to help you refer 4 people in your first 30 days. Do you think if we talk to 1 person a day, 30 people for the next 30 days, we can find 4 that want to save on their travel or make money in travel? I would bet if we do this properly, we could enroll more than 4. Okay, it's going to be simple. You can do it in addition to your busy life and so forth. If and when you do that, here's what happens. You're going to earn $750 in bonuses. So you've made all your money back plus you're in profit. You're going to get $100 in travel credits, so free travel credits every single month that you can use within your platform. You're going to earn a minimum of $40 per month in the residuals, and you're going to share in 6% of the total company revenue. So this is our goal. How do we help you refer 4 in your first 30 days, put more money in your pocket than you spent to get started, get a monthly residual coming in that covers all your expenses, and we're going to help you build this thing in a really big way and then teach others to do the same. So guys, gals, that whole thing for me was 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Now, I put those slides together so it was a little easy, right? But you can kind of practice it and go through, put your own spin on it. In reality, you don't even have to go through it all. You could just show somebody the video, a little 10-minute video, and then just have the summary page at the end and do the explanation there. So that's what we're working on to make sure the comp plan is simplified for everybody to understand. So we will turn it over to Jake to wrap us up.
All right, just great job, buddy. Great job. And yes, I'm the guy that I prefer simple, easy to understand, easy to read. I'm not a detail guy. Who agrees that was very, very, very simple? Okay. Now, it was awesome. It's great. We know we've got a great opportunity here, but we've got to go let other people know about it. Okay. That's what we have to do. It's fantastic to see that and get all excited about it, but understand you need to be here every Saturday, but this is not an income producing activity. We have to go and share this information with other people. And we know that not everybody's going to do this, right? I mean, I forget who it was. It might've been Jim Rohn years ago said we could be giving free Cadillacs away and not everyone would take us up on one, right? So what we have may not be for everyone, but there's a lot of people in your circle of influence, friends, family, coworkers, people that you come across on a daily basis, people you're connected with on Facebook. There's a lot of those people that would do this. We just have to let them know about it. And let me ask you this in closing. Everybody here is part of Lavardi. Obviously, you're excited about this. You want to make money. You love to travel. Many of you show up here every single Saturday morning. Now, knowing what you know now, okay, knowing what you know now about Lavardi, imagine if you and I were friends and I had that information and I never shared it with you. Think about that for a minute. Going back to what I said earlier, right? Helping versus selling. Doing something for someone instead of doing something to someone. So knowing what you know now, we're all pretty excited about this opportunity, right? Imagine if I had that information and never shared it with you. How would that make you feel? And if you think about that, you know, maybe you'll be more inclined to get out and share what we have with other people. But anyway, I told you we were going to cut this short. We're about 15 minutes early today. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, a very, very, very happy Easter with friends, family, whatever you're doing. I know we've got a house full of about 18 people here tomorrow at my place, including my little grandbaby. So I'm looking forward to that. And Michael, Katie, you guys drive safely down to Myrtle Beach. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week, guys. Bye for now.